Hey everybody, James Harris here with FreshEats, and we are in historic St. Andrews down in Panama City, Florida, and we're at Slice House today. We have wanted to come here for a long time, and we're excited that we're finally here today. They have already told us ahead of time that they are going to be making some pretty interesting different pizzas. They've got their menu has over 30 slices of pizza easy. And so they're gonna make a couple interesting variations for us, and we're gonna try them all out and talk to you about them. All I can say is that I'm excited. Big shout out to our sponsor for the video, Sunjammers. We're gonna talk a little bit more about them at the end, but right now, we're gonna eat some pizza. So come on in.
Well, we use whole milk mozzarella, so it doesn't really take much. It melts a lot better than like the part skim ones and all of that. They don't melt as well, so you don't get full coverage.
So what all goes in the Thai-pocalypse?
Well, we start with chicken.
Okay.
The Thai-pocalypse gets our yellow curry powder, so we put that on right after the chicken. We're not shy about it. And then it's yellow onions, and we do sliced tomato. And that is all that goes on the Thai-pocalypse. When it comes out, we do the fresh cucumber, the cilantro, and then a sweet Thai drizzle on top.
Oh my
gosh. Which really just ties everything together.
I've had a lot of the other ones, but I've not had the Thai-pocalypse, so I'm excited.
Well, have you had the Zoidberg? Because that's what we're making next.
I also have not had the Zoidberg, but I'm probably more excited about that one because it's got...
It has the crab?
Crab on it. Crab pizza. If I had to pick a bunch of things that I love to eat, crab is probably falls at like a 9.5 out of 10.
Nice.
Like behind like a really, really, really good steak. Like, tell us a little bit about Slice House. Like what inspired y'all to open up a very interesting pizza place in the middle of like historic St. Andrews?
In the middle of St. Andrews. Well, we love St. Andrews, first of all. Phil has basically lived in this area for a long time. He used to live in this house.
In the house, in Slice House,
yeah.
Used to be his house.
When I met him, he was living here. The kitchen was his bedroom, and we used to live right up the street from here after he didn't live here anymore.
Wow.
There we go.
So it's like Slice House. It kind of has a different feel to the name since it actually like used to be a house. Play for the name. Did y'all plan for that to be like Slice House because it was the house?
So we came up, we had a bunch of different names we were playing with, but Slice House just had that perfect ring to it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like when people come in, we do make them feel at home.
Yeah.
It's their home now because they see the same faces every day.
Right.
We have a small staff, so everyone gets to know each other. They get really personal with each other, and it's something that people can enjoy.
What do y'all personally get out of owning a pizza place? We love asking that because we really get to the heart of why Slice House? Like, what do you guys get out of this personally?
We get all the pizza we could possibly
want.
We love pizza. Like, my thing is I love making the pizza.
Right.
So any day I can have all the errands in the morning, and it can be kind of a stressful day, and I'll come in here, and all of that goes away. It's just the dough, you toss it. You can't toss dough and not smile about it. There's no way. We were watching Phil kind of from afar when he's tossing that pizza, and I was like, that's graceful. You just, I would say, oh, I'd love to try it, but you actually should try it. I think I would probably ruin a good slab of dough, but if you want me to try it, I will. I actually would love for you to try it. If it's anything like me trying to put gloves on, I probably will be equally as... actually be easier than trying to put the gloves on. Here we go. Like, that one is perfect. So when they come out of the oven, this is the part that really makes it. We have our garlic butter. It's very heavy in garlic, and we do a little bit of the crushed red pepper in it. to add a little bit more flavor. You just brush the crust. If you leave that out, it's a little sad. So I'm gonna do a little hit of Parmesan, and then this guy's ready to hit the plate. So,
what do y'all feel like the future of Slice House is?
well, as far as Slice House goes, we actually have a building in downtown that we are going to have as a Slice House. We got it before Hurricane Michael hit. So we will have a downtown Slice House. Maybe one day we'll have a Lynn Haven downtown one. Maybe one day, we don't know.
I'm here for all the Slice Houses. How many pizzas, slice of pizza do y'all have on the menu?
With the reprint that I'm about to do, it's 63.
So there's 63 different pizza slices that you can try.
Mm-hmm.
You could come 63 days in a row and then just polish off the entire menu. So I guess that means we're about to sit down and eat some pizza. So
You're gonna eat some pizza, and I'm gonna make you toss it down.
okay. We've been making all these pizzas, been having to watch them make all these pizzas. The whole time my brain is just thinking about eating them. All these look so good. And so the first one we're gonna try is the Thai Apocalypse. I'm just gonna start digging into these. Get the little bin, you gotta bin the pizza, keep everything in. You get the chicken, you get the curry, all the flavor, that like sweet sauce that they put on it. The crust is super, I don't know if you could hear it. I'll like take a bite closer to the mic so you can hear just how crunchy and good this crust is. Bro. If you're not a crust person, this place will turn you into a crust person. This crust is so good. That is a fantastic slice of pizza. Like when you think of like a Thai pizza, Thai flavored pizza, it's kind of what you'd expect in a way, but nothing like anything you've ever had. It's so bizarre and different, but it's so flavorful and so good. Though it totally breaks my heart to swap off of that pizza. I want to swap over to this one. So this one's called the Zoidberg. It's got all those little chunks on it as crab cake. It's got crab cake, tomato, cheese, oh man, pineapple. Can you get that tear? A little tear right on the inside of my duck? I'm just trying to formulate words. I can't even like say anything. This is so stinking good. Like I think I got the perfect bite. I got cheese, crab, some of the tomatoes, some of the pineapple. That is a fantastic slice of pizza. Can I just get like angel sounds? This, I've been using this word only for the upper echelon. That slaps. That's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. I've not had either one of these, and they're both so good so far. By the end of this is gonna be, I'm gonna be waddling home because I'm eating all this pizza for sure. Well, I might have to share. The pizza, I feel like that's the only way to keep everything. I gotta.
Did you see those sweet chips that fall off?
The little sweet chips of like pizza snack chips.
Yeah.
Okay. The caprese. If somebody just shot me and I died, I'd die the happiest person on earth right now. This is so good. This is a pizza like if you want something that tastes super fresh. This is like very fresh. I could almost lie to myself and tell myself that I'm eating healthy. They're so good. Yeah, and those little crispy bits of crust. Yeah, that's fantastic. The moral of the story here, if I was writing a book and it was about Slice House, one is the atmosphere in here is super cool. Like everyone who works here, it's a pretty small crew of people. And so when you come in, you're always going to see like a familiar face. They always have cool beers on tap, stuff to drink, and they always have some cool specials on the menu. If you have never come out to Slice House and you ever find yourself in the St. Andrews area or in a surrounding area, you really got to come by and try it out. It is not your typical pizza place. I would say this is in a totally other league from anything else that I've had as far as pizza is concerned. You can really come and try and be craving pretty much anything under the rainbow and come here and find a pizza that's going to fulfill whatever you're craving. Unless you hate pizza, and then we can't be friends. You and I, if you don't like pizza, you and I will not get along at all. For everybody else, which is the 99.9% of the population, you got to come by and try out Slice House. This is about to be probably, it's like the pro and the, amateur is not even a proper word to use for what it's about to, I'm about to completely disrespect this dough. It's going to be horrible. But we're going to try, and he's going to teach me. So if anyone's going to teach me after watching his, it's going to be him. So we're going to throw some dough.
First, you have to prepare yourself mentally.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. So you want to make sure that it's like a bearing, putting some ball bearings under your pizza so you can actually slide it from the peel into the oven, because we don't use you start out your peel like that. So this will be you.
Okay.
I will set mine up so we can kind of do this right next to each other. You know, you want to make sure you maintain your shape. That's the most important part, because this is the foundation of the pizza.
Right.
And then we're going to shape our crust. So I always use a hand, like a guiding hand along the side here. And then I push about 3/4 of an inch to half an inch, you know, just like that. And not shove your hand through it, but we're just pressing it down. I'm just trying to push some of them bubbles out.
So I'm just kind of forming the crust right now.
Right. You're helping create that foundation, because if you go too uneven with it when you go to toss it, you're going to have all this weight, like an unbalanced tire. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This part is really important because that's what sets you up for the actual tossing. Someone handballs every one of these.
Wow.
So, you know, someone made it into this perfect shape so that we can continuously develop the shape and then put it in the air and make it stretch out. You kind of like you see how they'll start pushing out bubbles and stuff?
Yeah.
You'll start kind of wanting to just push those out. And just kind of like when you work it out like that, you're also applying a little heat. You're giving this dough a little warmth. You know, your loving warm hands are really actually helping things loosen up a little. And that's what you want, because if it's too tight, you'll go to toss it and it'll just like rip, you know? So you want it to be elastic. The elasticity.
Yes,
there we go. It stretches good.
Much stretchy, much better.
Much stretching.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use just my knuckles and the edges of my finger to kind of like stretch it. This is actually, you could do this whole technique without tossing it. We're going in like a tappy machine.
Okay.
We're going to pull that one over and then let it rest on there. Grab it, pull it over, rest it on there. And that stretching from the crust will keep you from getting like a weak middle, you know?
Okay.
You come in, hand,
Yeah.
like that, hold that, and then when you're coming up, you're going to try to get it to spin. Let your hand ride with the dough. Try to watch that crust and stick with it with your hand, and then catch it again on that arm.
Okay. So like
Yeah. But see what you did it, and you didn't rip. Yeah, you can go up and then just catch it, and it can flop out like that. That's okay, as long as you got a good hold of it. It's like throwing a wet T-shirt. This is okay. You can fix this. Check this out.
No way.
Yeah, totally. You can come in here. But you know, you can actually just bond it right back together, and as long as your lines are clean, that's a little messy, but it'll actually still hold. Like, you pick it right back up, and you know. So I mean, it's really easy to repair the mistakes. It's about the confidence and what to fix when it happens and when it's too far gone. But pretty good for your first try, bro.
The moral of the story is that it was all looking pretty good until I tossed. I should have taken the first toss and said, that was a win, set my dough down, and I got greedy and I tossed it twice. The second time I went, pow!
I want a 25-inch pizza.
Yeah, honestly.
20 isn't big enough.
And so I feel like Am I maybe like a $10 an hour employee here? Like, is that, can I get a job if like this whole like
We
food
could teach
show-
you in no time. If you love the craft, you're gonna do the best you can, right?
Sure.
I mean, so if you were in here, you obviously love food. You're doing a whole
Right.
show about it. So when you would be in here, I would assume you would just do your best. And even if
Yeah.
it was not best the first time, which you got a toss in.
I did.
You know,
I got
people
one
toss their pizza the first time they work here, like maybe one, and that's because they worked at a pizza place before. But if they haven't, that ain't happening.
Thank you very much.
Good job, man. Hell
I
yeah.
appreciate that. Oh, 4 slices. I'm in a little bit of a carb overload, but it is so worth it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Slice House. This is such a creative place. Their pizzas are all so different. Like I was saying in there, like you can get something for literally any craving that you have. Really, if you have not for some reason been out to Slice House, you have got to come out here and try something. But really, come out and be adventurous, try something new. It's so stinking good and so worth it. Big shout out to Sunjammers. They're right next door, so after you get a slice of pizza, you can walk right there. It's our second ever sponsor. They're sponsoring this episode with some of their nice merch, their Keep St. Andrews Salty merch. Sunjammers is awesome. If you ever need any kayaks or anything like that, I mean, they are super well known for having plenty of like fishing kayaks. What are you doing if you don't come out here and try Slice House? It's so stinking good and you will absolutely not regret it. And I'll bring that to the bank. I'm bringing that statement to the bank. You will not be disappointed if you come out to Slice House. So come out, get a beer, get some pizza, hang out, enjoy the nice weather, and that's pretty much it. That's it. I'm gonna go finish off the pizza. I hope y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for liking, for sharing, commenting. We as a group are so thankful for all the love that you've been showing to these local restaurants and to us. And we're just gonna keep pushing forward. So follow us on all of our social medias. Instagram, James Fresh Eats. Facebook is just Fresh Eats. And just stick along for what we have next. So that's it. That's the show. I hope y'all have a great night and see y'all later.